Get it right.
We absolutely nailed it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Banging to the upside. Bitcoin absolutely ripping. Did your favorite YouTuber get it right, baby? Let's go. Bang off the 21. Bang off the 21. Liquidate these shorts, baby. You're with the lifer. Let's go. Baby, did you get it right? I'm nailing it. We in gains, baby. Gains. Gainitis. We can't stop with it, baby. Let's go. Nobody like the lifers, baby. Nobody like the lifers.
Can you ever get it right?
I just don't care no more. We can't be stopped. They can't stop the lifers. Let's go, baby. This is it. This is it. Shout out to all my lovers alive. God bless each and every one of you for being here. We've been printing all night, all morning, all day, baby. I got in at night, pumped, sold this morning. Got in back again, pumped, still in the gains, baby. Just actually got sniped. I just got sniped for $1,000 gain, baby. $9.49 on the trade. Right now, as we started, I moved my stop right there. We were waiting for the 21. Bang, to the upside. I told you to get into that daily. That daily's ripping again here on BTCC. Entry at 77.77 after taking gains all day yesterday, giving you guys so many updates, so many clips. It does not stop, baby. The lifers are bagging on it to the upside. They can't stop us. I nailed it. You nailed it. We nailed it together. Shout out to the lifers, man. God bless everyone that believes in me, believes in the system, believes in how we trade. Because I catch these longs every single time, man. Live from the studio, baby, inducing Sam Price in the action. And the crypto lifers in his cast of thousands to 99, man. I love you, bro. Sam Price action as the crypto lifer, man. I love y'all, man. God bless everybody. Let's get those likes flying to the upside. We have produced major gains, gainitis again across the board for multiple people that are just getting gains, baby. It does not stop. Where are we going to go? Where is this going? Well, we found this secondary flag. You knew it was going to pump. I told you. And you say, no, you didn't, Sam. You didn't give that trade to the group. I did, though. I did. I said, this is it. I said, I see no reason to fade the flag right now. Stay inside this flag. We're going to 79,800 possibly. To the upside, folks. To the upside. Shorts are getting flat. And look, liquidity at 80,000 now. The shorts keep moving their, they keep putting money into their cross-leverage account. They keep raising their liquidation prices. This is insanity. Where are my lifers? We should have every single person here, man. What is going on? Where are the lifers? Like, seriously, let's go, baby. Right? Bang, 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 baby. Yeah, thanks for the detailed post. Made it so easy to follow and understand. Much appreciated, 100%, man. Yep. Exactly. Interesting. Where are the livers, though? Let's go, baby. Let's go. We should have 2,000 people here on the live, no doubt. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Seriously, like, this is insanity. This should be one of my biggest streams ever. Look at RAVE. RAVE looks like it's about to break out, folks, and go on another one of those little tears, possibly to 297. I don't believe in it. I don't care about it. I think it's the shadiest thing in the world. I haven't touched it. But, man, after that nasty cup and handle, there's a higher low there. Stochastics look good to me. Everything says it could pump. Bang, bang, bang. To the upside, baby. To the upside. Let's go. Let's go. No. That's my target. There's nobody's target but mine. I own that chart, man. It's my chart. I slept like 2 hours, man. Let's go, baby. Ripping. Look at this thing on the 12-hour time frame. Anyway, let's break down BTC. This is insane. This is awesome. 78,800. I just took profits right there into the wick. I sold it 78,898. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Is there more coming? It looks like there, baby. Did I get in on the monthly? I did. I got a monthly trade that's still open from 70,000. And I've been telling you guys there's a 90% chance that we bottomed. But nobody believed me. Ain't nobody believe me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's break down the parameters. Let's not drink the Kool-Aid. Anything could happen. But, I mean, Trump extended the ceasefire. Everything seems kosher right now. Oil has subsided a bit below that $100 level. And I'm telling you, every time we've seen this happen, dude, look at this, man. Bitcoin just wants to keep ripping, folks. And I would not close this bigger trade here on BTCC as it continues to rip further to the upside. Man, like that likes up, baby. Yes, all week of work collecting monies. Let's go, baby. Exactly. I love this guy. Bad news for Pros, all is gone. Why are you so negative, man? Stay in the moment, man. Stay in the present moment. Focus, 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 bro. All right? I believe you, Sam. I believe 60K was the bottom. I'm in. Yeah. This thing is looking absolutely beautiful for a move here to the upside. I'm excited. I am excited. This is amazing. It was simple stuff, too. You didn't have to be a genius here to make the monies. Look at that 15-minute, 221-day moving average to the upside. Shout out to Rowdy P. Hey, Sam, thank you for what you do, brother. Can you check FRMI when you get a chance? I really appreciate you, brother. God bless. FRMI, I guess I could slide it in there. And then Marcus, who gives memberships every day. Marcus, I don't know where you get all this money, but every day you throw, I think a membership's $4.99. 10 of them isn't that like $500? I don't know how you do this, man, but thank you so much. Like, you give every single day to the channel. May God bless you, my good sir. I mean, that says it wants 79,863. That's the measured move. The algorithmic measured move of this flag to the upside. And all you have to know is how to hit the 21. Look, we hit this, we sold. We hit this, I sold. I hit this, I sold. I get in, I get out. I get in, I get out. I get in, I get out. You've never seen somebody control price action like this. I gave the inverted head and shoulder yesterday to my group before it even happened. Look, losses are tiny. Wins are big. All right? Losses are tiny. Wins are big. All right? You just got to understand how we roll. I gave this right shoulder to the group before it even happened. I projected it and said, hey, look for the right shoulder. Man, what a move to the upside for BTC. I don't know why you would get into the fear. They got everyone in fear because their minds are controlled. They control the masses. They all think alike inside this like pattern of thought process. You got to extrapolate yourself from the masses. You got to trade like a bot. You got to trade like an institution. You got to trade the way I could teach you to trade, folks. I called this bottom yesterday. Beautiful entry at 75.4. And then boom, that went up. I sold. We got back, and then look, this thing ripped to the upside. It was a magical moment in the trading group for the last 24 hours. If you've been in, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I mean? You can take your strategy, whatever you got, whatever thing you're doing, and you can do this with it. This is your strategy. You can take it and you can toss it away in the garbage. All right. You can start watching the channel and get the information. I've studied this stuff for years. I've put in thousands and thousands of hours of my life. We absolutely don't stop. We're going to nail it. I'm going to show you as we go to 79,860 and liquidate these shorts yet again. And BOOKMAP on our side telling us that we're going higher, folks. So, yeah, you got to believe, yeah. Bang, bang, bang. I would never, yeah, this is it. This is the trade, man. I would not get out of this trade. That daily's going to close above previous resistance. That's huge. Let's talk about the macro effects of what's happening here. Let's break it down. Remember, I bought so much Bitcoin? Heck, I bought $27,000 worth of Bitcoin this morning. Let's go. I found the channel and started watching. I was believing, what is Sam calling now? Now, 1 year after, I don't believe him, but the charts. Thank you, Sammy. Amen. Now, 1 year after, I don't believe him, but the charts. Yes, exactly. The charts, I showed you the way. I showed every one of you the way of how to get it in. I told the Boom Boys, bulls were around yesterday. They thought I was playing around. Opium, copium. Weren't you bearish though a little bit? The 99 is family. Yeah, can you show us BOOKMAP? I've already showed it to you 3 times. Yeah, it says it wants to go up to 80K and liquidate those last shorts at 80,000. Why not 80K? And this is a big amount. There's a bunch of people that went long. And they got liquidations at 75,750, but that's far. Low-hanging fruit. We're going to go up towards this key area now. All right? Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to the love. Shout out to everybody out here on the live stream. This is going to be a fast live stream. And no, it's going to be 2 hours, but it's going to go by like this. I'm telling you right now, it's going to feel like a 10-minute stream after yesterday's 3-hour marathon with Kevin Warsh. Shout out to everyone that stuck with me during that. We actually dominated the airwaves yesterday. We exceeded, we had to show our streaming dominance yesterday on top of the market. We just had to. Sometimes you got to get bully with it. You know what I mean? And just let everyone know who you are. Bang your chest out. And that's what we did yesterday. We banged Silverback Gorillas, baby. Alpha males in the house. Take what is yours. Don't wait for what's yours. Grab it and take it. All right? Just like Braveheart, man. You got to do what you got to do. What happened to that guy that's in 77? If you like Sam streams, you'll love being in the 99. Like-minded boys and girls supporting each other. Join us today for the education you deserve. Blues guy, I'm going to give you mod access, bro. You just became a moderator, bro. You're too nice. You're too good. You could manage, block words, change chat modes in live, and also have capabilities of standard moderators. You're a standard moderator. Can you review, move chats, hide, or put users in timeout? Bang. Thank you so much, man. Welcome to the Blue Crew, bro. You've earned it, man. You've been an amazing person to be around. And God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for all the love. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's slow down, take a deep breath. Let's do our macro top-down analysis that we do every single day. And let me tell you the factors here that show me that we have likely bottomed for BTC. And again, you never know. Maybe we make a right shoulder. Let's go over the bearish scenario so you know I'm not a perma bull. What if this just makes a right shoulder? That's a slanted head and shoulder. And what if it takes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months to play out? and then this thing dumps. And that would send Bitcoin, though, back to 7,600. I don't think that's likely. I really don't. Not with the amount of institutional money getting in there, but you never know. It could happen. You absolutely never know. Let me see you in blue, Blues guy. He's busy working too. He's out there. He's always grinding, that guy. Anyway, so this is your worst case scenario for Bitcoin, but we're going to take it one day, one step at a time. Certain things would have to happen first for this to go down. And we're going to track it every day, and it's not going to happen in a day. It's going to happen slowly, so especially on the monthly. First thing you have to talk about is what I mentioned. I said, see this tweezer top. I said, unless Bitcoin closes below 65.5, you have to remain bullish. If we had closed below that, fine. Then the Bears would have won. We'd have lost a key area, and that would have dropped further to the downside. That did not happen, folks. That's why I opened up a long in the monthly. I told you when we were up here, open up a long in the monthly, put a stop loss below this wick. I did that. I'm still in this trade. Still in it. Still in it, if you could believe it. All right? In its 70,624. This trade is still continuing to the upside, up 70% gains, baby. Look at this thing. I'm going to post it to the group and show you. But this trade just keeps ripping. It just keeps ripping. And this is the monthly call that I talked about. 70,624. I opened this on 3/10. March 10th. Soon it will be open for 2 months. That's how much you got to have, so much patience and belief when you trade the 1 month. It's not going to be like trading the other time frames. You have to be super patient, but the payday is going to be so much bigger. So look, every single time Bitcoin broke out of a falling, out of a trend line, and you close one green candle, it never faked out. It never went green and came back down, because you would have seen the wicks here. It never did it. Every time we've closed the candle, and we are now 9 days away from the 30th of April, and getting this close, man. And getting this close, right? And look, he's called the blues guy. Now he's blue too. It's all awesome. So that's the first thing. You've broken the trend line on the monthly. People are not paying attention to this. That has never failed. It's never been a fake. It's never been a fake signal. The 2-week chart, same idea. You have broken out on the 2-week chart clearly. We talked about how you could have opened up a tweezer bottom right when a green candle opens to a red. You go long with a stop below. Front running it is risky, but I find it such a great way to trade, because you don't have to risk a lot. Your stop loss could be so close, and bang, and bang. Look, ERC chain has minted 400 USD worth of USDC. More USDC, $400 million of USDC has been placed. All right. And you can see I just sold this local top. There's a reason. I just sold a local top because, you got to pay the trader. There's got to be pay. And that's why my system is really good too. It shows you how to get in, sell, get in, sell, get in, sell. I can get in and out all day long using my system. It's amazing. I don't have to stick on one trade. I don't have to buy an exact divergence. I don't have to wait on a fib. I can just make it happen while it happens. It's amazing. Now, there is going to be some bear div here. We're going to talk about all that. There could be a pretty good pullback. That's what we want to show you here. And again, now that I have the monthly trade open, I could take profits on this daily. Beautiful pump to the upside on today. At least move the stop loss to break even. You can't lose any money now. And I'm thinking of taking profits here too. Why not pay the trader? Extreme bearishness here a little bit. A little hype. That's definitely a bear div. I don't even have to look at it to know. Do I stay in it? Miss the bigger pump? See, that's why I love the monthly. If it rips, I'm still in the monthly trade. I don't have to stress it. I'm going to take profits here on this trade. I can always get back in again. And I'm going to show you how we make, we just made $2,000 this morning. And I was already up and I already sold another trade when I woke up this morning. So there you go. Over $2,000 in gains. And literally, I opened that trade last night. I opened the other trade this morning. You got to learn how to pay yourself. If if you sit on every trade and wait to get paid, and then you round trip it, you watch it go up and down, it's not going to work. This has to be like a job where you get a paycheck every day. It can't be where you're waiting every single time for a paycheck. You got to get the paycheck every day. You got to make it happen. Okay? There is bearish divergence there. 100% there is, without a doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? That was 100% bearish divergence. Anyone this guy just said there's no bear div, he's out of his mind. Look, it starts here. It starts right here. You can see that's a way harder uptrend. See, what people don't realize is divergence is basically a difference in angle. look, that's a sharp uptrend. That is clearly flat. If you were to continue these, it's a class C. It's not at strong, but it is a bearish divergence. For sure it is, without a doubt of my mind. There it is easily on the 7-minute. Like, anyone who says that's not a bear div, this guy here just said that's not the real Don D. I love you. You're super supportive, but there is bear divergence. Yeah, 100% there's bearish divergence. I correct you 100%. I don't want to be rude, but I got to say you don't know what you don't know exactly what you're talking about there. Yeah. New all-time high for the NQ. I thought you were talking about the zone 1 hour you were looking at it. God bless you, man. No worries. I'm sure we were confused. I know you're on point. You've always been a super supportive guy, and you look smart. So you seem smart. You're always saying good things in the chat. So I can be abrasive. I can be rough. I can be brash. Don't worry. Doesn't mean I don't love you. I just got raised by a tough iron worker, and he didn't really give me any, he didn't give me a lot of slack, man. He was hard on me, so I'm hard on people, but I'll sharpen you. Steel sharpens steel. You don't want to be a softie, do you? Like my dad said, if you want me to treat you like your sisters, man, just tell me. You know what I mean? I could be easy on you if you want. Just let me know. If you want me to treat you like your sisters, man, just tell me. I said, no. Give it to me. It's just an old Irish joke, though, but it's true. If you want me to treat you like your sisters, man, just tell me. So, and no offense to women, I love you all, but men are nicer to their daughters, usually a little harder on their sons. I mean, you gotta be. What are you gonna make them? You gotta make them strong. Anyway, let's get back to brass tacks. The weekly, looking absolutely beautiful. I have a tweet here that really explains it the best. And you can follow me on X, man. I'm doing awesome stuff and giving you guys really deep TA. Again, I know anything's possible, but am I missing something here? Or could it be the bottom? No one wants to admit it, just like denial at the top. Bitcoin's always a fun ride either way, right? AAA. But look, there's 3 white soldiers, a known reversal pattern on the weekly. It says the next candle should be huge. A clear W, that's a W pattern. That has a measured move of this white line up to 82.92, right? That's the double bottom measured move, the DB measured move, right? Clear W, double bottom. It's a W. 3 white soldiers. A gap in the liquidity up to the VRVP, up to 82,000. I don't know what to tell you. And you never know. And I'm still open-minded. It could be a fake rally and they could dump on us. I know. I'm still open-minded, folks. I don't go one way. I keep my mind open to all possibilities. But I mean, if you can't see 3 white soldiers and a W there, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's obvious technical analysis. You don't need Fibonacci's. You don't need 1,000 lines. You don't need any. You just need your brain, man. That's a W. Look at the gap in the VRVP. It says you're going through the gap. So this rally is going to be hated. Could it possibly be a short term? No. An English accent. Hey, what you doing there? Cheers, man. No, it's Irish has got the roll. The Irish got the roll like this. Hey, sláinte there, buddy. You're drinking a bit of Guinness, sir? Hey, it's a bit of top of the morning there to you, boy. But the English is, cheers, mate. How you doing there? It's a little bit more tippy. Hey, what you doing there, cheerio? Tip-top is spots. Hey, let's get a chin wag over there. It's a bit of an English accent, huh? The Irish are more like this, a little down, man. Like they got the brogue, brother. Don't say nothing to your hair, brother. And then, and there we were. What's the difference between a sea tale and a fairy tale? And there we were. You got to be there. You would have to been in the ocean getting pulled in by the Coast Guard to understand that one. So the weekly, baby, it looks absolutely beautiful. It still's got legs on the stochastics. It's got legs on the RSI. Another thing on the weekly. The last time we crossed this low on the MACD was 2022. Right there. This hasn't happened in dang near almost 4 years, folks. Three years in like 9 months. So that's a huge cross. That's very oversold on the weekly. Like, you got to take this stuff seriously. And then you got support or resistance that you held. Like, massive support right here. And Michael Saylor was buying so much, he wouldn't let the price go below 60,000. You know what I mean? Thank you, brother. I made 100. How many people made gains with the life or put a 333 if you were making gains? Like, you didn't just come here for information. You came here for real education that turns into real money. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice, but man, I used to enjoy Guinness too. I don't drink out anymore. This November, it'll be, I took one little sip the day after my dad died. I decided I couldn't do it. So that's the one mess up I had in 5 years, right? Hey, my dad was dead. I almost crumbled, but I took a sip outside this bar, and I said, nah, it ain't for me, man. I said, I never want to be drunk again. I never want to be in that state again, that state of drunkenness. I haven't been drunk, like actually drunk, like where I had like 4 to 5 beers since, I gotta say, it was like maybe the spring or the summer of 2021, So it's coming up on 5 years, I haven't had a lick of alcohol, folks, except for one little slip up where I did sip maybe a tenth of a gin and tonic, and then I said, no, I'm not doing this. And my dad died. I went to Bitcoin Miami. I was alone, and I almost crumbled under the pressure, but I decided, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going back to that life. So look, a cup and handle clearly too. And they call me Sammy Cup and Handy for a reason, folks. The 5-day cup and handle doing damage. 78,750 in case you didn't know. Don't worry. We'll find our way in there again to 80K. Have no stress. Shout out to the Blues guy. Look, you look good in blue, bro. You look good in blue, man. Look at that. Way to go, Sammy. Sober is the best. 100%. Thank you. God is love. I love you. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, ladies a blessing. I don't want to say it, but this dude, he blocked me one time when I gave him some good TA, and his TA and mine weren't the same, and he blocked me for no reason. Like, I was never mean to the guy. I've always been super respectful. He blocked me one day when he was telling us we were going down, and I said, I don't know, man. I said, actually, no, one day it said he was calling short, and I said, did you really sell early? I didn't know. I just asked him a serious question one day, and I think so many people were coming at him, he thought I was coming at him, and I wasn't. And, yeah, he blocked me, man. So sad, man, because, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's a cup and handle. I told you when the 5-day closes above the 200, we get a massive move. I said the last time we closed above the 5-day 200 moving average, both times we won one of the biggest rallies of Bitcoin's history. It really begins bull markets, folks. It's the preemptive strike to get to the daily 200. And look at the 3-day, absolutely ripping out the cup and handle, breaking out, consistent, getting away from the 21. Like, what goes up must come down. This is getting awesome, right? And then this is what I said to my students. I said, listen, you broke the trend line clearly right here. It's funny. I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers the other day, and they were saying that we were still inside the trend. They were like, we're still in the trend, we got to break through the trend. And I was like, no, we're not. We clearly had broken out a week ago before that. So if you're going to trade patterns, you really got to know what you're doing. I see people that are like, oh, we're still inside this, it's like, and they just want to put it however they want it. I don't know. I candle bodies only, no wicks. No wicks, candle bodies. If you stuck to the candle bodies, you would have known right then to open up the long right there when we breached. You see? And we're not that far from the 21-day moving average. I gave you this cup and handle. We talked about it. I showed you the shoulder, head, right shoulder. I gave you this cup and handle, the smaller one inside of this. Like, just go over what we've been doing the last few weeks. We have been nailing it. We gave you this cup and handle, if you remember correctly. Any chance you get TA on Master? I'm a part of the lifers, have been for a while now, ready to stop work at this finance job and be free of my family. Appreciate your constant hard work, updates, and encouragement daily. You can do this. Charles Thomas, I love you, brother. Thank you. And we're going to get to live trading soon. You got to take the time to look at the bigger market. You got to analyze every day. This is how I hit. Because I constantly feed my subconscious mind the data. I let it seep in, and then that's how we're able to figure out what's happening here with price action. It's not a joke. It's not luck. We don't get lucky when I hit. This is consistent work here, folks. So another thing I want to show you now is this. This is a clear rising wedge. Rising wedges can break out parabolically. Once I saw this, I decided that's another trend line you have now breached. The measured move is the wick here to that wick there. And then you place it, because this is the base, and you place it here. This tells me we're going somewhere up to $91,000. There's a bigger gap in the VRVP here. You can see it. We have entered the gap. Yes, we may have some, resistance right there at that wick. Yes, we have a resistance at 78. And the reason why we're having resistance at 78, or we had it, is because right there, 76.8, 79,000. You can see right here, 1, 2. These are 2 resistance points you're going to have to crack through. So it makes sense that 79 was a selling point because everyone else was looking left. And if you're in a big, heavy trade, you would have sold it around $79,000. Just like I did on the BTCC trade. You see? You're like, well, what if it went higher, Sam? What if you nailed it? You just lost so much money. Man, just trade, baby. Trade with the crypto lifer. Win a rollie. ending in 10 days. And no, you don't have to have the biggest account. No, you don't have to the biggest position. Look at these beautiful Rolexes, man. An Air King, a Rolex Day-Date, or another Day-Date. I rocks a Day-Date. I don't even have my Rolex on me today. I keep forgetting to wear it. I've been putting it away recently and just haven't worn it recently. I used to wear it every single day. For some reason, the last few days, I just forgot. I've been so into the charts. I forgot. But these are nice items. They hold value. And when they print money to zero, these hold value. So you can stash your money in one of these, walk around and look cool, and you don't lose your money, man. But if you win, you only have to trade one trade, two trade, a couple trades. So how do you join? Sign up and deposit. Trade futures on BTCC. 3 random traders are announced as winners on May 10th. What a beautiful day, man. I can't wait for the 10th of May. Unbelievable to see 3 beautiful shining faces sitting there, like probably with the first rollie they've ever run. I hope whoever gets it really, really likes it. And if you have to sell it to pay the rent, by all means, man, that's okay too. They might even be able to say, hey, do you want the money instead of the rollie? They might offer. I don't know how it works. But if you win, man. And 3 beautiful lifers are going to win. Just keep coming back. So look, the first resistance is when we tap the 200 moving average. Another thing that I teach my students, the 22, whenever the moving averages are tight, look, the 22 is above the 200. It's a very bullish sign. The 22-hour has not been above the 200 moving average. We try to breach, but like really solid. The last time we crossed through it was April 23rd of 2025. It was a year ago, folks. The last time we crossed through the 22-hour 200 moving average. So I've seen this play out many, many times in my life. It's very likely we're going to pump up to this resistance area. And that's going to be about $84,000 Bitcoin. And that's not that far away now, folks. Remember that. Now, so what do we have to do? Well, right now, 2 things could happen. 2 things can happen here. Your bearish scenario is that this candle ends up just kind of milling out today. And then tonight, we open up, we wick right back down. When we open up a candle tonight, you want to see us dump for the first hour from 8 to 9 o'clock, 8 to 8:30, you want to see a dump. If we get a pump from 8 to 9 tonight. So let me explain. You know how candles are formed, correct, right? They've got wicks on either side. A green candle usually dumps first, comes back up, creates the wick, and then makes a nice green candle. Pumps up a little bit, gets sold off, and that's a green candle, a regular green candle. A bearish candle usually pumps first, gets sold off, and then continues to dump to the downside. These are great looking candles, right? You know, really good drawings here. But you see, so if you're assuming we're going to pump, you kind of want to see a dump from 8 to 8:30 tonight. Then you want to see that come, and then you want to see a massive green candle into Thursday. Understand? So tonight at 8 p.m., that's some great insight I just gave you. You'd like to see a little bit of a dump, a pullback. If we get a pump, it's going to be a little like, it's going to be treachery. Okay? It's going to be treachery. So we could close a red candle tonight. I could always lose my monthly trade, you know, and we might do something like this, and this thing could dump all the way back down here to 67,000, and everyone will tell you that it was a fake rally. We are right at resistance, right there at the previous resistance right there. Now we close the candle. This keeps pushing. We close the candle somewhere up in here. Then it's like you're going to pull back to the support. The 21 will come hit you there, and then our next trade. But there will be a pullback. We've been pumping now since we called the bottom there on April 6th. And remember, I called the bottom right there. If you remember, I have a short where I bought Bitcoin at the exact bottom right there. If I can fish it out. I don't know if, Sean, if you could dig it out. But at the exact bottom. The exact bottom. And it was crazy, right? So things have been going our way because I've been trading the consistent strategies that I love. We've been making money since basically the beginning of April. It's been tough. A couple days have been sideways. The weekends have been boring. But man, we've been getting it. So yeah, the bearish scenario is we get tonight at 8 p.m., we pump so hard from 8 to 9. We get rejected by an area. That turns into a wick. And we come back down. We make a head and shoulder pattern. We go back inside. If you see us break back inside this trend line, it's a fake out. It was just a fake pump. And then we're going to dump down, bearish retest, and then head to the bottom of the channel. Could very well happen, folks. Keep this on your radar. Don't be overly bullish. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Always have the counter idea in your mind. No matter how much money you're making, no matter how good it goes, always say, you know what? What if I'm wrong? What if this isn't going to play out the way I believe, right? You see, you could pull a fib here too, and you could say maybe that, there's a chance we come right back down to this 618 before we pump again. definitely an area you want to focus on there if we do pull back. 70,800, boom, right? That's, I write that down. I keep that in the back of my head. Then if we go down there, I could trade it. All right? That's a Fibonacci. That's how you do Fibonacci retracements, folks. Sammy, may you please take a look at UNC. It's on deck screener. Thank you. At the right time. Thank you. Sounds like unicorn something, right? Get a chance. We'll win a ROLEX competition. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, right there, man. Girl next door, go ahead and short now, yeah. You mean Bitcoin is life. The best players always win, baby. Always. Man, I always win. I win every time. I really do. I win every single time, man. Like, I lose. Don't get me wrong. I lose trades. But in the long run, I'm a winner, man. And you're a winner, too, for being with me, man. Winners stick together, bro. We don't hang out with losers, man. That's not the way we rock. So, beautiful pump. And again, what I want to show you, too, is we were all over this flag, too. Remember? This was a symmetrical triangle that was forming for Bitcoin. They mainly break down, but recently the symmetrical triangles that I've been finding have been breaking to the upside, and that's when you know things have changed. The trend is changing in a major way. In a major way. Another thing I want to show you that's really big to me is if I flip this upside down real quick. Actually, I'll do it in a second. I don't want to do it. I don't want to get you too confused. So now what? Well, you got a bear div on the 4-hour time frame, right? As this swings down and that swings up. You've had some nice movement on the MACD. You're a little high on the stochastics. You went from the bottom stochastics, okay, right around here into the entry point on April 19th, and we pumped all the way basically a week straight. I mean, we had the pullback. And again, this pullback was key, right? Shoulder, bit of a head, right shoulder, a higher low. Low, higher low. And then you had to take out this high. You did. Now you assume you're going to make a higher low again because you're in an uptrend. There's your high. There's your higher low. There's your higher high. There's your higher. Oh, there's your high. There's your low, right? And there's a higher high from here. You break that. There's a higher low. Boom. Then you break this. That's your higher high now. You would assume you would now make a higher low. So there's two scenarios that we're going to see today. We're either going to continue to pump a little more, but now it's telling me that the next big move comes when we touch the 21 on the 4-hour time frame. We're getting too far for the 21. It's an unsustainable rally. We pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-hour candles straight. You got to start, building. You got to start thinking of how you're going to pay yourself and what your next move is. If you're stuck in this trade and you can't get your emotions off this trade, you can't start to trade the next one. We got to start moving forward to the next move. Understand? Very, very important. Yeah, stay closed like peanut butter and jelly, man. My man. Shout out to Teddy Bear. Sam, is it too late to go long now? If you're asking if it's too late to go long, usually it is. Yeah, if you're one of the, because you already been long with us all night long, and you would have been taking gains. So look, the 1 hour is too far for the 21-day moving average. Beautiful. If we're bullish, and I know how to trade these bullish moves, I'm like the best at it. This is what I'm the most skilled at, is getting in and out as we get these continuation pumps, knowing exactly where price is going to go and how and why. Using the 21-day moving average, it's so accurate, it's insane. So look, I'm looking for this now. Sideways price action or maybe a pullback. We don't know. I call this the Twisted Sister. I don't have to know what it does. I just have to know when we hit the 21. This may be confusing to somebody, but if you've been watching me for a while, it's not confusing at all. I also have a newsletter every single week. I really would love that you jump on into the newsletter. All right? Get the NordVPN. Get a special at NordVPN too as well. Dude, you're awesome, man. All my media accounts on the link tree. Oh, that's it. It doesn't exist, man. I don't know. Something happened. I don't know why that link tree didn't work. I don't know. Maybe it's getting set up, but it didn't work for some reason. Maybe I think it needs an R. Oh, yeah. I think the R wasn't added. Yeah, the R got taken off there. But yeah, I do have a link tree. I didn't even remember I had one. TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Crypto Lifer website, Facebook. It's all there, man. We're on multiple social medias. Jump on in today. All right. If you don't have the money, but you have the skills. You don't got the money, but you got the skills, right? Like you're learning from me. You're getting it in. We got something for you that I partnered with in the last month. It's bit funded, baby. BitFunded. And, easiest place to get a funded account in crypto. Jump on in today to BitFunded. Like these trades I gave you could have made even more money with BitFunded. All right. And, I'm going to help you too as we get through BitFunded. I did stay on the charts all night last night, but I'll get more focus on BitFunded for the BitFunded people. I'll make little BitFunded live streams. We'll sit together. I'll help you. Okay? I'll be a mentor and a guide for you as you learn the process. And again, if you don't use anyone else's money, you don't have to. I started with my own money. I never did a funding account, and I took it all the way to millions. I took $500 into over $5 million, folks. It took a long time. Some in DCA, some swing trading, some up, and saving my money too. When I, not expanding my lifestyle when I made more money. I could teach you how to become a multi-millionaire through actual savings, lifestyle, and then you move into investing. Again, I'm not a financial advisor though. And nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. But I could show you how I did it, talk about it, and walk you through the walk. So I'm going to delete this for now. We know that we're a little overbought on the 1 hour. However, in times of extreme tension here, bullish tension, we may get another bigger move on a smaller time frame. So what you do is you look for flags on the 5 minute. That's a flag touching the 21-day moving average. That could very well be the pump up to about 79.9 up to 80K. Let's look at it on the 3 minute. 3 minute looks interesting, right? And who has the 3 minute? Pionex has the 3 minute. If you ever want to trade, Pionex has the best liquidity in the game. Their fees are a little high, but they have the best interface and the best liquidity in the game. Look, I just bought $57,000 worth of Bitcoin, baby. All right. Over time. I mean, this is crazy. So in the last few days, I've purchased massive amounts of BTC. There was one bigger buy. I think I bought 33 grand. There was like a 20 grand buy. That was a little higher. But man, I keep buying Bitcoin, folks. Straight up. Stacking it. Next thing you know, you got 1, then you got 2, then you got 3, then you got 4, then you got 10, then you got 20, then you got 30, then you got 40, then you got 50, 60, 70. My goal is to have 100 Bitcoin. I don't have 100 yet. I know you think I do, but I don't have it just yet. We're on our way, though. Dude, this 3 minute looks like it could break out. The 1 minute is in a bit of a bull flag here to the upside. Tells me that I may be able to trade this. So let's kind of zoom on in to the 1 minute here and see if there's more coming. And this is how I do it. I'm live here trading on weeks. And this initial flag is still in the money. Like, never even have to leave this initial trade. It looks like it's going to continue to the upside. And that's not the 1 minute. We got to reset that. There we go. It's okay. If things don't look right, always just refresh the page. Don't freak out. And this is the model. I mean, we're touching the 21 above the 200. I got to take a little bit of what I made and go for it again. There's no reason why I should not. I keep winning. So I just made $900 on this one. Actually, I sold for like 500 like an hour before that. So I just cleaned out another 1,400 and I was already up thousands of dollars from yesterday. So I have enough in the tilly to take a shot here. You don't have to be a big shot. Always use a stop. These people are going crazy. So here it tells me we can get to 80,000 to 18. I see the liquidity up there. It's likely we're going. Stop loss at 78,432, below the $500 psychological support. And we're going to go, we're going to go, 420 for 1,000. If we lose this, we still made $500 on that last trade, right? The key is to take a little bit of what you made to keep going in times like this, because eventually you're right. A tweet, something can happen. Next thing you know, this doesn't go well. All right, you are extended. You are trading a very high rally at this point. You have to know where you are. It wasn't like last night where we got in before the pump or yesterday afternoon. That was a more quiet time near the bottom. But this tells me if you're above the 200, touching the 21 in a very bullish scenario, this should continue further to the upside. Could I lose $400 in front of everyone? I very well may. Will that make you think I'm a loser? Some people will get in their heads, but other people will realize that it's just a trade. They'll call me a genius when I win. They'll call me a loser when I lose. This is just another day in my data set. That's it. Thousands of days compiled to create this day and this, in this motion. Let's get this pump to the upside, baby. I got some crazy news for you too today that's so interesting. An oil tanker attacked after falling for a crypto scam, granting fake Strait of Hormuz safe patches. Oil tanker shot after a crew followed bogus crypto clearance to cross the Strait of Hormuz, exposing a new twist in maritime scams. Imagine that. Never thought of that. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Crypto hackers stole $17 billion over the past 10 years. Insane, right? Insane. That's my encoder right there. Dang. Oh, good. It didn't give any information. Experts hits timeline for Bitcoin's next all-time high. Statistically, at such a correction to Bitcoin, a new all-time high is made within 12 months. Within 3 to 6 months on every occasion of such an outlier, Bitcoin was trading between 30 to 60% higher than the low. That would put 100K on the map of quarter 3 of 2026. USD coin. And the UK outlines rules for stablecoins and tokenized deposits. The British government has proposed new rules for governing of stablecoins and tokenized deposits. And then that Clarity Act. Tillers pushes markup to May amid stablecoin yield dispute. They got to get that done. And I was looking up everyone that was talking yesterday, just learning about them as they talked. You got to do that. You got to learn. So look at this. I just printed $90 in about a minute and a half. That's how you make $100 in a minute, right? I mean, this is what we do here. We print this money. And I expect this thing to rip up to 80,000 to 18. Then why wouldn't you go all the way 10,000 for 100,000, Sam? Because you could lose everything going hard at the top. That's why. If you're so sure, why didn't you go hard? Because that breaks your trading rules. And if you have trading rules, that's the only way you're going to stay in the game long term. I just want to make sure that's it looks a little off to me, but there we go. Anyway, if you can clearly see, I've got the Bitcoin tie on. Just want to make that really clear here that I'm in the Bitcoin tie, you know what I mean? Ready to rock. I'm not playing games here. I represent the Bitcoin Mafia. Hey, Sammy the Gaff out of the Bitcoin Mafia over here. Hey, let me tell you something. Bring me 2 Satoshis and I'll give you what you need. Seriously. But this is it, folks. This is it. So we just made a live trade for you. We gave you a top-down analysis for Bitcoin. I keep flashing this RAVE cup and handle. I don't mean to do it on purpose. It just happens to be there. So I got a good understanding of what's likely going to happen here to BTC. All right? And my mind is already kind of in on the daily, the weekly, the monthly. I see a lot of it. This should close a tweezer top and at least make some type of consolidation. This is unrealistic price action on the 1 hour time frame. You're getting too far away from the 21-day moving average. However, I told you in heavily bullish times, we're going to get one more rippage up. To me, that's going to be that's going to be when they really go after those last minute shorts there to the upside. Some could say you're still in the pattern. We could slightly tweak it, and you can tweak patterns all day long. Someone's like, oh, but how do you know what to pay if you're always tweaking it? Oh, man, there's so many haters out there that doubt so much of what you do when you're a TA guy. But the money, they can't deny the money. When you make the money, they can't deny it. You know what I mean? When you live the lifestyle, when you make thousands of dollars a day, day in and day out, what can they say? When you show and prove the money you make every single day and your losses, you don't even hide the losses. We might lose this trade. We don't know. The key is to take a shot. Kind of looks like a double top. I believe it's high risk right now to trade this. All right. I believe it's more likely we're going to lose this trade than win it. It's the last one in this. It's one of the last ones in the set. See, I don't know where price is going. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I just look at the TA and I interpret it very, very well. Look, we're already down $9. We were up 100, right? So don't count your chickones before they hatch Oni. Kind of looks like a double top now. They may come grab me here. I'm very savvy. What I'll do is I'll get stopped out right there. Then if they bounce it right back, I'll get right back in. There we go. Bounce off the 21 is what's supposed to happen there. Okay. If I show strength, I move it away. If they show weakness, I move it up. I don't want to lose a lot. I don't want to lose anything, actually. I want to see if I can I want to be real greedy about this trade. I want to see if I can make money without giving any money. I've been really good at that, too. My new pivot, the way I've been pivoting is helping me do that. Some say it's not sticking to the script, but I'll be honest, I'm able to see a change in weakness or strength pretty easily. The 1 minute gives me a lot of insight now that I've played with it for so long. Wow, just across the board. Let's take a look at what's happening all over the place here. Because I saw people posting gains of all sorts of altcoins. It's looked like it's been a free-for-all a bit. So the whole market cap of all cryptocurrency is up 5% in 7 days. It's a big deal. Bitcoin up 6% in a week, 4% in 24 hours. That's a huge move for an asset of $1.5 trillion. Let me say that again, $1.5 trillion. Look at Punji Penguin's Pengu. So people are buying the lowest of the lows. When they see Bitcoin go, they're up, I'm going to grab the lowest of the lows. There's still people searching. Look, Edge continues to rip, up 43% in 7 days. Aerodrome back at 41, one of my favorite long-term holds. I see that going to $5. I believe it could be $20 at one point. I know people don't believe me, but I really believe it can. I still hold all my Aerodrome. Never even thought of selling it, not once. I got rid of all my Ondo at 60. So happy I did. This project, I don't know what they're doing with it, but they suppressed the price to that thing. Atom, I still got tons of Atom. May it go back to $10, please, one day. It'll be amazing. I like Near Protocol as a solid project. I did sell it off at about $2, $2.20, and I never looked back. Thank you for the Lambo. Canted CC stays around 14, 15. Is very strong. ETHBTC's got a great project. I like them. I still stake on ETHBTC. I like Render. Sold it again at like 250, 220. But it's been holding above 150 for a long period of time. Render's actually showing strength. Hyperliquid is a great asset. I mean, it went from 20 to 40. It's boring. I can see it going to $400 in a really good rally, though. Cake still hold a 156. It's a long term. I like Aster. I keep stacking Aster. And I like Chainlink. I have over like $90,000 in Chainlink right now. I still keep 1,000 Solanas. All right. I know you don't believe me, so I'll show you because I know you don't believe me. You're like, you don't hold 1,000 Sol. You know, you don't hold $80,000 worth of Sol. Yeah, I do. Straight up. Like, I'll show you my wallet. Most people won't even do this. Look, I mean, there's 1,024 Sol. Sorry, I was wrong. I own 1,024 Sol. Please forgive me. Right? Some Aster, some Zen, some Tau, some FET. And I got more FET in another spot too. Naka, Rio. Order, and these old coins I just couldn't sell, man. These are heavy losses, man. These are a lot of coins. Tara, GTA, these things all are going to rip. I got a one link. And I took all my Bitcoin. There was like 400 grand here. I took all the Bitcoin off the exchange, man. You don't want to leave your Bitcoins on the exchange, folks, please. Once every couple of weeks, couple of months, look at what you got and say, hey, man, I got too much on these exchanges. And yes, I have 180 grand there, but I can, I don't put all my money on the exchange. I just want to make that clear. That's just like a little bit of money. I'm just joking. But yes, it's not, So look, folks, and that's MEXC. If it's applicable in your area, MEXC is great with trading fees. Probably the best experience I've ever had when it comes to trading is on MEXC. I've never had a better experience than on any other exchange. But sad to say, it's not for everybody. So look, this looks like they're going to come for me. They're dabbing out here. They're just kind of like, they're testing the waters here. They're testing the waters for sure. Now, look, I already paid the trader. How free do I feel right now? I've already taken gains everywhere, right? So, like, I feel so free. I don't have to stress. I can light that cigar tonight in the jacuzzi with the fire on, and I can say, hey, man, I made another beautiful day today where I'm stacking. I added more money to my net worth. I didn't stress out. I didn't trade emotionally. I traded my system in a plan, and I stuck to it. They're playing games right here on this trend line. If it bounces and gets tight in here, we're likely going to rip. If it starts to fall and come down, it's a double top. We have to take into account, right? This is real time on the 1 minute time frame. Like, it's going to do the TA as you're there. Look at this. The shoulder, head, right shoulder, they just ripped the shorts a new one. Anyone that shorted that got demolished. So crazy, man. They gave a good short signal and just took them out. Look, now this is a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder too. Maybe they're going to do the same thing. Uh-oh, I'm down $54, guys. I'm stressed. And I had to pay $32. I opened that trade at the height of the longs. There we go. Nice bounce off the bottom trend line. Says that we could get this. I believe there's a 60% chance we win this trade. I think there's about a 60% chance we win this trade. Yeah, I will go up to 69. Wow, I'm just amazed at what's happening, what we're building, how we're going. Shout out to all the lifers. Unbelievable. What a day it is to be alive. So, and you can see altcoins aren't really raging right now. It's the Bitcoin show yet again. It's the Bitcoin show yet again. Let me jump back into the chat and see the super chats. I know you people got so much to talk about. If you're asking, the answer is always demo. Yeah, it's definitely too late to blindly long now. But you do you, young blood. Amen, yeah. And thank you for telling people about the newsletter. We don't promote the newsletter enough. Every single week, we do a newsletter free of charge. Sign up to that newsletter, all right? Thank you, the Blues guy, man. You're awesome, man. See, he's like working. He's promoting all the stuff, man. You're awesome, man. Like insightfully, without saying a word, he's just doing it. He's just loyal, man. Loyal people know how to help you immediately. You don't have to ask. They can see what they can do for you, and they do it. They just get it done. You know, they don't wait. They don't play games. They don't say, oh, I wanted to help you, but I couldn't get there in time, you know. There's people that tell you they love you, and they won't do a dang thing. There's people that say nothing and do all the right things, man. Actions speak louder than words, folks. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, and I haven't traded here. I haven't traded on BitConnect in a while, but I love the experience here. The fees are high, I'm not going to lie, but the trading experience is amazing. It's fast, it's furious, it's hot. Makes me maybe want to start a little trade here. Weeks is my main exchange right now. They're the top dogs for me. Second in command, BTCC. Absolutely loving the experience there too. And then MEXC if it's applicable for you. All right, because I don't want you getting gouged. I want you getting, you know. But dude, that looks beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised if that goes. So say you were a small-time trader. You didn't have a lot of money. You had $500 in the account. How would you do this? Like, how much money is in this? There's $1,400 in there, just sitting in there. I don't know. It's very high risk right now to open up a trade. As far if I haven't won yet. Just want to see 80,000, and we can all say we did it. We hit 80K. Like, you know, we want 80K, and we want it now. It's one of those. You know what I mean? Like, send it, baby, send it. And so here you can go 100 for 300. See, you don't gotta be a big shot. $100 for $400. That's a good trade right there. And you open the long. Well, let me see. If it looks good, then it does. It looks good, then it doesn't. Well, the stop loss should be below the 200 though, if you can get it. Even right there is a little better. It doesn't need to be a 4-to-1. 78,484. Yeah, you want to be at least below the psychological 78.5 level, right? 130 for 400. And I like this one. It will be like bling. Little sound, a nice little sound came in there. I like the sound. BitConnect. Everyone should make a little sound, man. I'm just saying it helps. It helps. And what's cool is now you could just see how the stop loss is here. You can move this any second you want. You can move your take profit easily. It's so seamless, man. What happened was they had the best user experience, and I went to all my people that I work with. I said, man, we got to make it this smooth. This is the best user interface I've ever used. The sounds, the movement, the liquidity, the buttons, everything is clean and clear for you. Look how fast it moves. Just moving with the price down to the 3, 6, 7. Well, like, look at all the digits there. I mean, that's hyper speed, man. Tell everyone how much you made, you know. Anyway, this is BitConnect. I do work with them. There is a link to BitConnect in the description if you want to jump on in. Great team of people too, like really well, efficiently run exchange. So had good times with them in Singapore, had a bunch of parties. They've sent me boxes. They actually gave me Bitcoin shoes that I have right here. I feel like I got to bring them to the Bitcoin conference. My Bitcoin shoes, man. Anyway, and look at that thing. Send it, baby, send it. Let's get back to the week's trade. Now we're up 177.77. You saw that, right? 117.77. I saw it. I saw quadruple sevens. Send it, baby, send it. They're going to send this puppy, bro. It's looking good so far. So, is when the global Bitcoin community comes alive, uniting builders, thinkers, and believers to push the boundaries of sound money and financial freedom 100%. Here's here retrace at some point. We can push all the way to 100K, I suppose. Could you please elaborate? No, I already did that on my macro technical analysis. You got to go back to that, and you got to watch me every day if you want the answer to that question. Because that's not a one-day answer, right? That's a multiple analysis idea that you're going to want to kind of get in tune with me. I tell everyone, you're not going to learn. If someone has an amazing strategy, say they're a sword fighter and they're really good at sword fighting, you think you're going to learn it in one day? No, you're going to sit there and learn with that sword fighter for maybe a few weeks of your life. And you're going to put it together, right? And then you're going to be able to execute. Don't ever expect to get it, take a master's knowledge in a day. Because if the master had knowledge that it was that good, it wouldn't be that easy to pick up. You'd have to be with the master. Same as painter. You got to be in a painting class. You're going to learn from an amazing painter in one day. You might pick up some amazing skills that you didn't have before. It can definitely one-up you. But, yeah. BitConnect. You're funny. Like BitConnect. You're funny. Triple up, Sammy. Show us what you got, baby. Amen. So is the ceasefire over? What do you mean? You mean is this... You're funny, man. Life or taking names and kicking butt. And I may lose this trade in front of everyone. I just want to make that clear. If you're just jumping on in, I may lose this trade. I'm risking way less of what I've already made. I'm not being silly with it. I'm being very, very, very good at my risk management here. And they may wick me out, put it back up and punch it. You know, it's okay. Whatever happens, I'm completely okay with because God has got me. God has a plan for my life. And God has planned greatness for me, and I know that. God is good always to me. And he only puts people in my life that help me. And he gets rid of negative energies and negative people immediately, man. I fear not when I walk through the valley of death, for I have the Lord on my side at all times. Fear is for the non-believers. Fear, worry, people that worry and are in fear, those are negative emotions that pull and actually attract negative things into your life. If you think you're going to constantly be wrong, then you will be. If you worry about not paying the rent, then you'll miss rent. If you already think about the problems, then you're going to attract more problems into your life. If you're a solution person, you're going to always focus on solutions. You're going to always focus on the answer. You're going to always focus on the discipline that gets you to the next level. Winners don't spend time mulling over negative energy. They spend time building up their frequency for the next move. Very important. Study multi-millionaires and billionaires. They are always procuring their frequency. That's the most important part of success. It's not the money. It's the frequency, folks. And that gives you the discipline, gives you the edge. Right here, I wrote this tweet last night as I went to bed. No one really read it. It's the most insightful things I give to help people get extremely rich. He goes, with all the evils of the world, how do you stay pure of no enemies? With all the demons hurting innocent, seems to me my only drawback at the moment. I mean, if someone does something horrible, they're not my enemy. I mean, I guess I could see they're all my enemy, but how do we be near it without affecting us? I'm telling you how. So life's about protecting your own frequency to vibrate in the flow state of attraction. Full gratitude, all love tapped in. So you wake up in the morning. Thank you, dear Lord, for the use of my legs. May I walk to the bathroom? First thing that you say when you wake up in the morning. You say, thank you for my use of my legs. I may walk to the bathroom, right? Because you know there's people out there that are paraplegics, that can't walk, that got hurt in car accidents, that went to Iraq, came back with no legs. So the first thing you do, you wake up, you realize you're winning because you get to walk to the bathroom, man or woman. You don't have to wheelchair off of your, you know what I mean? Some people start their day, they wake up running, they open their eyes, and they're like, dude, I can't even walk. I don't even like to think about it. I don't even want to project it onto myself because it's so... So the first thing you do, thank you, dear Lord, for the use of my legs. You get creative with your gratitude. You find ways of finding more and more gratitude every day, and your brain gets better at it. This heightens frequency. This brings in more abundance into your life. Okay? And it's full gratitude. It can't be a little bit. Every day, I am so... Like, I woke up this morning so grateful for my life. I looked at my children and cried for their beauty. Like, I didn't truly cry, but internally I felt this like, man, my kids are so beautiful. I can't wait to hang out. I can't wait for the stream to end so I can hang out with my kids. I love you guys, but man, right? Look at breaking, 3 ships attack, Bitcoin rally over. So let's get into the news here that's coming on in. We'll have my AI agents find you the new news, and then we'll bring it to you as soon as it hits the press, folks. Okay? So I'm going to say, what's the newest news for my live stream for Trump and Iran? Iran and Trump. So life's about protecting your own frequency to vibrate in the flow state of attraction. Full gratitude, all love tapped in. You can't be in fear. You can't be in scarcity. You can't say, where's the rent coming? I'm worried. I'm not going to get this. All those thoughts disappear when you're in full gratitude and tapped in. One must be pure, no enemies, no past trauma, unaddressed. All must be set. Then there's a key that appears at a higher level of life. And then it's like a key appears, and a higher level of life is through the next door. Once you enter this higher place in your state of being, you feel it. It's electric, and you don't ever want to desire to lose it. When you deal with negative people and low frequency vibes, it takes you away. So you do everything in your power to steer clear of low energy vibes. They're going to get you sometimes. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you just keep pushing, folks. And let's get the newest news here for you on the Strait of Hormuz. We're still inside the flag, just holding on to a tiny bit of a gain. This may not hold out, but so far, it's doing what it does. There I am on Fox News. Hey, I gotcha. Thank you. President Trump just extended the ceasefire indefinitely, announced yesterday and early today on Truth Social. The 2-week truce was set to expire tonight. Trump said he's doing it at Pakistan's request, the main mediator, right? But the U.S. Navy blockade of the Iran port stays in full effect. Trump made that crystal clear. Literally hours after the extension announcement, Iran's Revolutionary Guard attacked at least 2 to 3 vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, seized 2 cargo ships claiming maritime violations. British military and multiple outlets are confirming it. That's being called a direct threat to the fragile ceasefire. Tehran is basically testing Trump after he gave them more time. Trump walked back to his own earlier threats to start dropping bombs again and extended the truce anyway. Iran hardliners are holding parades in Tehran today showing off ballistic missiles while the regime is supposedly fractured. Pakistan is trying to host the next round of talks. Some reports say they could start as soon as Friday or the next 36 to 72 hours. The Strait of Hormuz is in a big flashpoint. Oil prices are moving on this. Let's take a look at oil there. As I show you that inverted head and shoulder on the 4-hour time frame, that looks like it may continue. If this ever happens, you just click the order book and it comes up immediately. I don't know why, but I've learned that now. That's my fast fix. So I gave you this inverted head and shoulder. I was long oil yesterday, if you remember. Took a tiny gain when they came right back down. They've pumped it, dumped it, pumped it. So they pumped it. Then they pumped it, dumped it, pumped it again. Then they dumped it and pumped it. And that's what you're seeing. Amongst all this, Bitcoin is having a supply shock as far as I'm concerned. And it might even decouple from this insanity eventually. I see this headed up to the 200 moving average. That's just what I see happening for oil, though. So it does look like there's going to be some tension. And I do see oil headed up to 96.54. If you did take this trade where we put a stop down below at 86, you did not get stopped out. You'd still be in the trade. Very hard to hold, though. I abandoned it because it didn't feel good to me. Wow, they just wicked down, but wicked back up again. They're going after these 100Xers. So if you're 100X, 50X, you just got taken out. They're not going to let you ride this rally unless you're humble about it. That's what I've learned. The humble guy makes few thousands of, maybe 2 to 3 grand a day. My humble trades, 2 to 3 grand, sometimes 4 or 5 grand a day. I don't have to make $60,000 maybe once a week or something, or $100,000. And again, the people that can, they're better than me when it comes to bigger positions. I don't like losing money. I don't like getting too heavy, man. Today's going to be a win for me. As long as I don't go too heavy, today's going to be a win for me. I got real estate coming in. I got all sorts of streams of income coming in. Why the heck would I take too big of a risk in trading? It doesn't make sense anymore. And there was a point where trading was my only income. And of course, then I was a lot riskier, but I had less money. I went all in on Bitcoin many times. So now I'm at the luxury of having, multiple streams of income. And I'm teaching you this too, diversify your risk. You don't have to be over risked. It doesn't make any sense. Once you got it, keep it. I know a lot of people have made millions and lost half, lost a third, or lost it all. I'm gonna keep it all. When I pass, my daughters will inherit what I created, and so for you should be the same. You deserve to give it back to your family. You deserve to create a legacy. You deserve to create a nest egg for the people after you. The real winners are the people that say, "Hey, how can I help the generation, my kids' kids? How can I make sure my children's children are taken care of? Can I work so hard that my kids' kids are taken care of?" And if you start actually projecting into the next generation, you're going to make great decisions, because you're not going to make decisions based on just, small gains. You're going to make decisions based on real behavior, right? So far, so good. Both these trades look like they could pump for us. And I'm just teaching you how to trade a smaller account too. This goes up, it makes 400. You turn $400 out of $1,400. That's a third of the entire portfolio. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Follow me on the Real Crypto Lifer, man. We're ripping 4,100. We finally hit 4,100, man. We're actually gaining followers on Instagram now. And I'm putting so much work into it. Instagram is hard work. And look how much work I put in. I have to sit and I read 20 scripts. I sit there and I go through them all. Sometimes I mess up. It takes me a few hours. I get them all done. The scripts are really insightful. They got really good information in them. I'm amazed by them. I'm like, yo, these are the best I've ever done. So if you want good insight and you really want to learn, my Instagram account is really going to teach you a lot. It's got it's not just me blabbing. It's got really good information in it. I'm telling you right now. So good that I'm like, dang, man, I got to include this in the trading group. This information is so good. So get exclusive information. Please go to the Real Crypto Lifer. Okay. And if you follow the Real Crypto Lifer today, and then you message me over there, and you message, let's just say keep it 100. Message keep it 100. So follow me here and message keep it 100. I'll pick one of you guys and hook you up. All right. So if you go over there, message me keep it 100. I'm gonna pick one lucky person and hook you up. So Okay. Cryptams, anyone who lives their life will lose it. Well, anyone who hates their life in the world will keep it for eternal life. Any man, yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, like, to hate your life now? I don't know. That's a bit. Tired of all the false promises from up their crypto programs. Join a growing community of traders focused on learning, growing, and living a life of financial freedom, man. CryptoLifer.com, folks. CryptoLifer.com. Hit the subscribe button. We got a monthly, a quarterly, and an annual subscription. It's less than $3 a day. And you see me printing thousands of dollars off of simple moves that you can learn from me without stressing. It doesn't have to be that hard, folks. It doesn't have to be that hard. You can do this too. I am not a genius. I am not the smartest guy in the room. I can draw a triangle and buy when a white line's above a yellow line. Like, this is, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. I know. It's amazing, right? But you can, folks. You really can. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency and see what's happening now. I mean, look at that. It's bullish on the one. It's bullish. That looks like it's going to flip one more time and give us some gains, baby, gains. Let's zoom out to the bigger time frames, the weekly and all that fun sauce, Alito. And again, Bitcoin's dominance is pretty big right now. So Bitcoin's bullish, this is bullish. Like, it's going to be identical to the Bitcoin chart. You can see it is. It clearly is. It tapped the 21, though. It had a wickage. Tapped the 21 there. But this is very bullish. It's all the same thing that we've already gone over Bitcoin. You know, you didn't lose the 200 moving average on the weekly. You wick to it. That's a really good place for bouncing in areas that you want to get down on. The 5 days probably above the 200. It is. And this shows you that, Bitcoin dominance is going to move the market. People are going to sell out of Bitcoin, make money on all. People are going to make money on all these leverage trades. They're going to have piles of Tether. What are they going to do to it? Take the Tether and send it out? No, they're going to find altcoins to buy, folks. And then the Bitcoin rally will fuel the altcoin rally. That's what happens. And then we're going to get back into like the actual motion of crypto here that we've been unable to really show you guys for a long time because it just hasn't been playing out. Again, this is an ascending triangle. They're technically 50-50. If this thing dumps to the 200 and I lose the trade, so be it. It very well may. Look, there it goes. You have to remember that the 1 hour is not looking amazing. In the back of your head, you have to know this is the high risk part of the trade. I've explained this multiple times, but some people are going to come into the end. 177 is all I'm risking. Very smart move for me. I'll lose a little bit, and I guess I'll lose the 140 here too. Second they start losing the trend line, it tells me, this may be a failed rally. And what they want to do is they want to get a bunch of people who go in way too hard at the end. They're going to get wrecked. I'm already going to be up thousands of dollars today, regardless of what happens. I've covered myself. I've got proper risk management. Look at there. This is a smaller account, so I'd be more likely to kind of And look at Bitnex. Puts exactly what you're going to lose right there. Exactly what you're going to win. I mean, it's so clear and concise. Like, everyone should do that. I want to know exactly what I'm going to lose, and it should be right there inside. That should be computed. I shouldn't have to go look for it, MEXC makes you hover. Like, you'll hover over it, and it'll show you. Wow, oil going strong right now. So Iran kind of did something silly there, and or whatever. I don't want to say silly, but did their own thing, and they want to, for all someone's trying to do a deal today. And they want the price at 95. So he's like, yo, go attack some ships so we can sell higher oil. You know what I mean? It's getting so manipulative on both sides. On both sides. Think about it. I bet they are together. If this was me and I was say there was 10 powers in the world and I was power number A and power number B and we got in this fight and then one day we started, every time we did something, the price of oil went up and down. I'd call them one day and be like, dude, listen, let's just stop this like fighting between us. Let's do some deals. I'd say, you know what I mean? Like, we can, if you do one thing, if I do one thing, I said, let's act like this is going to continue and let's control the price of oil. Like, right now, we can control the other 8 entities right now. Is that happening? It could be. Could there be a backdoor deal between the U.S. and Iran already? And they're moving. You got to be open-minded that you don't know what's happening. And some people will say, you're out of your mind. You're insane. That's so unrealistic, Sam. You're crazy. And maybe I am. But was I crazy when I bought Bitcoin at, $800? Was I crazy when I knew Bitcoin was basically digital gold at $350? Was I crazy when I told people COVID was coming and that the shots were going to probably be horrible for you? No one believed me. But, you know, the ACT receptors, people are now going to other places in the world, in South Korea, to get their blood fixed because the vaccine was so devastating to them. Like, it's a known thing that you have to get rid of the spike protein out of your body because it replicates over and over again. Like, it's a known fact now. You can fight it all you want. Like, Anyway, I know nothing but the fact of my ignorance. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am just entertaining you with these theories of conspiracies, right? He's full of old shoes, they would say. That's what my mom used to say. We're still in it, baby. We're still in it to win it. Yes. Yes, and more yes. There's a chance. So you're telling me we can win. I believe there's a 60% chance this is going to rip. I truly have I have faith we're going to get a pump here. Wow. I'm amazed at days like today. It blows my mind. So total market cap closing above the 200. Again, you could front run this. Get in along with a stop below this week or that week, and there's a chance you never look back on that one. There's a chance you never look back on that one. Monetize your audience with the 99 Trading Group. Join my affiliate program for a fantastic financial opportunity and great commission, perfect for bloggers and influencers. Yep. Yeah, we're going to start an affiliate program for sure. I don't know if we have it yet, but we should have it out very soon, man. Definitely in the next 2 to 3 months. Yeah. U.S. making bank with Venezuela oil right now. This might be the reason why all of this is going on with the Strait. I mean, it's definitely benefiting. Trump sent all those tankers to Texas. Look, this is likely going to pump up to the 200 too. And you know what's interesting is this is a little bit of a cup and handle. It's hard to see, but there's a shoulder ahead. Cup and handy, baby. Sammy, cup and handy. No, inverted head and shoulder. It just looks too good to me. The stochastics RSI is saying yes. Everything is saying yes. Sailor's about to retire my bloodline. I know, right? He goes, why is Solana dumping? Because people probably wish they were in Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin dominance is going up. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. If that's right, yeah, Bitcoin dominance is ripping, man. It's telling you to get out of your altcoins. And we talked about this remember, I went over this on the weekly screen share. Not the weekly screen share, but my weekly TA that I do every single week without fail. And we were saying, man, this is going to rip. Double bottom to the upside, baby. And we're about to get some rippage. Look at Bitcoin dominance. So people right now are like, damn, I didn't get enough Bitcoin. I got into all these altcoins, and then they saw Bitcoin ripping, and their altcoin staying, Ethereum, right? And they were like, dang. Now you want to look at ETHBTC. If Bitcoin's beating up on Ethereum, which it is, look at this. That's a bear flag. Maybe we went over this the other day. And maybe it just dips, comes up and down, and eventually goes up. But it tells you that, like, Ethereum ain't the one right now. It's Bitcoin. And I've been telling you guys this. Did I buy $5,000 worth of Ethereum yesterday? No. Or the last few weeks? No. I keep buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know the words? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Bitcoin. Hold on. Let's. I just want to make sure we're really all on the same page here. Bitcoin. I want you to see every hair on my nose. Bitcoin. But seriously, man, it's been Bitcoin. I got a Bitcoin tie on. I'm going to the Bitcoin event in Las Vegas. Now, if you made a bunch of money in the last week, your life has maybe changed. All right? And you may have opportunity to go to Bitcoin Miami now because you didn't before. 2-3 weeks ago, you didn't make any money. Now you followed me, you joined the trading group, and now you've made so much money, you can easily jump on in and get a pass. Buy your pass to Bitcoin and use my code LIFER to get a discount, folks. Use the code LIFER to get a discount. It will blow your mind. Okay? And you're going to meet people like, I would be driving around in a McLaren on Friday. It's going to be official. It's going to be official. So, it's going to be official. So, jump on in April 27th to the 29th at the Venetian. I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to be there from the 26th to the 30th. Okay? And then, on top of all this, there's going to be an event. I got to retweet this. I got it over here. There's going to be an event at Mike Tyson's mansion on the 30th, which I may have to now move things. so cool, man. I appreciate that for the trophy. Yeah, we're rolling out the promo today for a lot of this stuff. All right. All chats. Yeah, here we go. No, wait. I'll do this later. I'm gonna, but I wanted to show you the link and all that. Oh, I think I can go here. She might have it up because, Bitcoin breakout. You need to watch this level. This is awesome, man. This more than a conference, it's a launch pad for innovation and a hub for ideas and celebration of the moment, redefining money for the next generation. It really is. It really is. Yeah. Like dude, come on, man. This guy, bro, yeah, whatever. God, tell me a joke. If I laugh, you can win anything. Funny, that was weird. I just got a strange, I really think it's my AMD board. It's going, man. It's going. It's going. SpaceX dominates the commercial space race to nowhere. No, I'm just... Yep. A rage bait, I know, right? Naribu, right? Naribu or something, right? Isn't that the thing that's coming out? It's supposed to come and get us. Anyway, oh wow, so they pumped and dumped us and I wasn't paying attention. Wow, they pumped us up and they dumped us down. Okay, and there's a bear div there now. That might be the end. That might be all we got. 79,270. I mean, remember, we've been pumping all night. 78,000 looked unattainable, and now we're way above that. Like, this is crazy how fast it changes your perspective, right? I probably should have definitely taken that wick. Now I'm like, eh. I'd rather not lose money than attempt to make money. You see what I'm saying? I make more money doing that. Sound started out when it happened. It did a few days ago too. It said your mic cut out. Yeah. Watch how fast everyone turns bull. Always remember Bitcoin's dwindling supply. Hence why it's still rising even with the global war. 100%. There's a supply shock on BTC, folks. And it's only a matter of time. Damn, so that would have been the sell right there. A bit of bearish div with that pump. No follow through. Back inside the pattern. I don't like to see the breakout back inside. It's not the best. However, they did that this morning, and they did this here, they still ripped it up. They played this game, and then we still got the pump. Now, we've been consolidating since 22.25, right? So, about 10.25. Little Jesus Winter never got paid. Yeah, my wife takes like 3 days to do things that I could get done in a day. It irritates me beyond belief sometimes. And I tell her, like, yo, you're representing the lifer. And I love my wife. I don't want to put her down. But, like, and maybe she did. Maybe she didn't see something. I don't know. It's always, like, I always get some type of, like, she's really good at customer service. Don't put your wife down. Always be good to your wife. But I have to be honest, like, like I see you right here. She said, congrats, Carl. That's amazing. Do you have PayPal? Oh, she went to pay you. And then you said, no, I don't have PayPal. I'm older, so I don't really use those. My son who lives next door has Cash App. Cash App, what's your user ID? And you gave us the Cash App. And that was Monday, right? So she would have paid you already, honestly, in PayPal. She would have paid you immediately. So you would have been paid already. My wife, I don't think has Cash App. I think I have it, but I only have it on my old phone and it wasn't done yet. We'll get you the money. Can't you just give us a Tether address? Carla, just give us a Tether address and let me send you Tether at the end. Right? I'll send you it on the stream, on the live. You will get your money. I promise you, you will get your money. I would never not pay someone and said I was going to pay you. But I have records. I don't want to show your email, but I'm reading the email right now. Dude, there's the bounce, baby. Wow, now we're up $200. We don't even need these extra gains. We already made it, but Dan, can we continue, folks, please? So she went to PayPal you in her defense. All right. Sleeping in the doghouse today. Oh yeah, she's gonna get pissed. And anyway, I think I covered myself this time. You know what I mean? As a businessman, I want things done efficiently, right? But she's awesome, man. She treats you guys like her babies, bro. So I actually was like, damn, you didn't get paid yet? And it's taken her, what? It was on Friday. It's now Monday. It's Tuesday. Oh, no, it's Wednesday. I get it. Yeah, so she went to pay you on the 17th, and then, yeah, I mean, I get it. You will get paid, I promise. On my entire life, you will get paid. To where do you see a retrace at some point? We could push all the way to 100K. No, you've asked me this twice now. I'm going to delete it. You're now spamming. And spamming doesn't get rewarded here on this channel, so goodbye. Jacob, I love you, but please don't do that again. So rude. And I answered the question too already. I don't know what Tether is. You don't have a Bitcoin address? Look, see right here, I go here and I go to deposit. I hit the deposit button on my Weeks account and they're going to give me a Tether address. And then you just send me that address and I'll send it to your account. You can start trading with it today, right? I asked for Cash App and I gave that. It's cool. No, we are going to make sure you get paid. Yeah, and especially in cryptocurrency. We're going to be, don't ever do that. No. We're going to make sure, I'll get that money to your Cash App. I will. Let me see. I have Cash App, but what happens is when you get a new phone, you got to like go through the whole thing and reconnect the banks. And I don't use it much, so I got a new phone and it doesn't seem to be connected anymore. Yeah, like I have to put in everything. Let's see. Welcome to Cash App. I had money in there. Look, Cash App is unavailable at this time. Please check your network connection and try again. Weird, right? I've had issues with Cash App. I've been on the beach trying to pay for things and it didn't work. Like, I kept hitting the button. And I had to show the person, like, I'm doing everything I can. Anyway, ruining the show here on one idea. I get like OCD, stuck on things. I just never want anyone not to get paid. Right? This is awesome, Jamie. I'm looking at it. I'm just so excited. We're doing so much for you guys, man. Anyway, so far we're still with the money here, up 260 on the trade now. And you saw me make this live in front of you, and we were already up thousands of dollars. And I'm not trying to be a big shot. I know it was a high risk to end. You know, you go in here 5,000 for 15, and then it goes the other way, and you lose $5,000, and you lose basically all that you made the last few days pumping because you just knew. You know what I'm saying? I've done that before. I've made 6,000-7,000, and then I went like 5,000 for 15, and then I'm only up $2,000, and it doesn't feel good. You feel like crud when you're up big, and then you can't celebrate that night. So right now I envision lighting that cigar tonight, the Placencia that I got waiting, and relaxing and enjoying myself, man. And I can't do that if I overtrade or do something stupid. So I want to win tonight. I want to relax in my jacuzzi with my wife. I'd like to hopefully, you know what I mean? And, you know, consummate the marriage. It's the most PG way I can say it. And, you know, and have a nice night, man. Cigar, jacuzzi, hang out with my wife. Like those three things, if I get those done tonight and win in the trading group and kick it and have a great stream, I mean, what else do I need in life, man? Dear Lord, thank you. The best live stream in all of cryptocurrency, man. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Like, we continue to win. It does not stop, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. What an amazing opportunity. Yeah. Can't you just transfer straight into his crypto wallet? Yeah, she just says she doesn't have a crypto wallet. She's so new. You know what I mean? Keep it thorough like a QB. Amen, bro. The light of that cigar back up afterwards. Boss move. Yeah, you light the cigar, you hit the jacuzzi, then you save half the cigar, and you go back, yeah, you got it. It's exactly what you do over here. Hey, let me tell you something. I had an idea. I want to do sock puppet trading, and I was going to make a sock puppet that looks like me. I was going to make a whole new channel, and he was going to talk like that. Hey, what you going to do over here? I'm in the jacuzzi last night. I'm like, dude, sock puppet trading. It would have blow up, and I'll never show my face. I'll do like crazy voices and like. And my mom was like, Sam, dude, but that's like, I think that could blow up, man. And they're like, you already have a good channel. Why would you go do sock puppets? Sock puppet trading. This is the stuff I think about when I'm in the jacuzzi. These are my ideas. This is why the team says I'm just a genius, Oh, man. And if you want merch, man, we got that merchandise too. Streamlabs.com merch. Crypto Lifer merch. Let's see. We got some merch for you because I know people want to be hyped and you want to show people that you represent. You get a mug, you get a shirt, you get a hood, a jacket, nice embroidered jacket. We keep it small. All right. You got the mug, and then you could put a patch on any one of your shirts or a sticker on wherever you want. I like the blue. You can't miss the blue, man. Classic tee for $18 too. I mean, it's awesome. The gray's nice. The blue, the black, it all looks good. But that's that Lamborghini blue, baby. That's that Lamborghini blue, baby. You want to match that Lambo, baby. See how we branded it to have the same colors as the logo? Can you see this? It's got the same colors as the logo. It's got the white, it's got the black, it's got the blue. Dude. It's a Crypto Lifer branded Lambo, bro. All it needs is a big Crypto Lifer sticker on the side. Okay. Sam hopping on that bang train. You're funny, man. So look, this looks like it's going to continue, folks. Now you're inside of a smaller flag. Let me show you. Now you got yourself a rising wedge here. Rising wedges break out parabolically. So let's zoom in and make this the universe. So this looks like it's going to moon heavily to the upside, folks. And do some serious damage. Shout out to all the new people in the trading group jumping on in. We appreciate you and we love you guys. Thank you so much. It means the world to me that you would keep jumping on in. Go to cryptolifer.com. Stop playing yourself. I can see why kids find this entertaining. 100%. Sock Puppet Sammy of the 99. Yeah, very nice spec. Hurricane Sammy. Thank you. I'm struggling with the idea of taking a 401k loan to buy Bitcoin in the 660 range, but I've held reservations to protect my diversification by keeping retirement separated. Talk me off a cliff. I can't, man. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. I do believe you're giving up like cruddy money. Like you're holding something that's connected to an old system. And you're basically watching ships, sail away with new technology. And you're like, I'm going to stay in this rowboat. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing because you want to feel comfortable. But I have to be honest, every rich man took a big risk to get there. So maybe you're not meant for the risk. It's just not for you. Some people aren't going to take the risk. Some people went to the free world and went on a ship and went to, the 13 colonies. Other people said, you know what? I'd rather stick with the oppression of the English. I'd rather get, told what I got to do. And so it's, you know what I mean? Look, at this point, I would move the stop loss to break even because I know I'm in such a risky place here. You might, and this account's so small, you might even want to take it. Like if you're on 1,400 and you make $100 is a 14th of the account. Now you're almost up $100. You could do here, and yes, you would pay fees. So it's not going to be free to break even, but a little bit above. $7 might get one of them out the way, and then you go from there. And look, now neither of these trades can lose. What if they whip down and whip it up again? So be it. Who cares? Stop stressing every single move. Don't be so greedy that you have to get everything. Just know that over time you're going to win if you stay in proper risk management. Dude, I have dark times where I lose 5 trades straight and it looks like it's not going to happen, but they're 100, 200, and then I turn it all around and I make thousands of dollars with them, and I stick to my strategy. The problem is people hit those dark times and they do something different. They don't stick to the strategy. You got to stick to the strategy. It's very important that you stick to the strategy. Very important. Okay? How it happened? Come on now, you know that. We were seeded from the stars. Amen. Shout out to Joe B, EK1. Cash that 401k. There's some nice advice. I trade with 500 to make pennies on the dollar. Hey, as long as you're not losing, you're in the top 95% of traders. This looks like a parabolic move is about to happen. What is a parabola? A parabola you learn in calculus, right? And it's the movement. It's that sharp movement up, the parabola, right? The parabola. And you eat peanut butter before you say parabola. But you got the parabola, right? And I mean, that's just up to 80,000, right? And again, if we were bearish, we would have dumped by now, folks. The fact that we keep getting bought up on every little dip shows you visually how price action wants to complete this move to the upside. This is so important. And you gave it, well, even, I bet he's emptying his. I'm not a financial advisor. You can't do whatever you hear on this channel because I'm just showing you my own life and my ideas. With his 401k, I don't know what he's got to do whatever he wants with that. I don't know what type of person he is. I don't know what type of risk he lives in. I don't know how much money he has. I don't know where he's at. I don't know how much it would devastate him if Bitcoin went down for 20K for a few months. Like, could he handle it? I don't know. I don't know his psychological standpoint. So because of that, I am not giving anybody financial advice at all for any reason. I can't. I don't physically know your setup. I don't mentally know where you're at. So, yeah. Shout out to the blessed people here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers, folks. I don't know what I did to deserve 495 likes, but I feel so grateful. Thank you so much for all you beautiful people and everyone that gave the like button. You're such good people and graceful people. Thank you for the gratitude. And if you haven't hit the like button, you still have a chance to get that gratitude and to get that karmatic love back in. So jump on in now. And look, another bit of money coming our way. And look how patient we've had to be. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. I'm doing what you said. If I lose, it's your fault. Hey, if you lose, it's your fault. I didn't touch the button. I didn't caress my hand over your hand. I didn't touch your... I wasn't like, let's go hit the mouse together, folks. No, no, no. Look at this. See this? This is my entire life. Right here. This mouse. When I click this mouse, I get into a trade. When I click it, I get out of a trade. Who would have thought I would have made millions of dollars with a mouse in my home with no pants on? You know what I mean? I've got pants on, all right? I'm wearing pants. I just want to make that clear. I'm wearing pants. All right. What kind of pants is the question, but I'm wearing pants. All right. I have pants on. Gosh, look. All right. All right. No underwear. All right. I'm not Kevin O'Leary. I don't wear spotted underwear while I'm sitting on the Zoom call. God bless you, Kevin. We love that you do that, though. You know what I mean? Hey, it shows dominance. The guy can make millions in his undies. Hey, I mean, that's the world we live in nowadays. They've definitely made it more remote. I was the remote chief for years. Let's stay remote, folks. Let's stay remote. Yeah, that's just how it has to be. Shout out to the 1,200 beautiful souls here on the live. In the Google algorithm, I've gone live every single day, Google. It's time you pay me, man. Let's send this up to 2,000 people, Google. Come on. Like, actually put my live stream out there to the world. We're teaching people how to trade any single market, not just Bitcoin. This is not just cryptocurrency. This is live trading. Oil, NASDAQ, gold, Bitcoin, you name it, man. The S&P futures, we've got it. Let's take a look at the S&P futures right now and take a look at it. ES1. E-mini. The E-mini, baby. The E-mini. Dude, I'll be honest, I know people don't believe this, but like it's looking like it's going to just... They're printing so much money, folks, because they have to. There's issues in the banking system. Banks can't handle the amount of money that's in the system, and they use so much money, and as the money loses value because they keep printing it, they need more money in reserves. Yeah, a bank has to have a reserve, right? So let's just say 5 years ago it had to have $10 million in reserves. Now we dang well know $10 million is not worth $10 million like it was 5 years ago. So the bank needs new reserves. Understand? What? Hold on, let's just... I fold it back so the white thing isn't shown because that's weird. It's a little like, and there we go. Now I'm like, you got to be neat and complete, man, with that Windsor. You got to take the shirt and give the shirt a pull. Something about that shirt pull that really just, okay. All right. Okay, so, the S&P to me, again, on the 1 hour, it's above the 200 moving average to the 21. I see another move up. You have to remember, everyone is in doomsday. It can't go any higher. Everyone's telling them to short the market. Look, the average guy out here is coaxing people to short. Like if you just go here to home, And you know what I mean? 100% it is. Shout out to Champ. The biggest flex of all is being completely sober. 100% it is. Facts. We got to get this dude on the show, man. He was just on John Oliver, too. I knew. I got a feeling you're onto something, man. Brady DOG charges the Southern Poverty Law Center with wire fraud, false statements, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. The SPLC secretly funneled $3 million in donor funds to violent, racist. Wow. Crazy. Anyway, out of my wheelhouse right now, right? Yeah, they're going to bring the, yeah, exactly. They're going to reset us again. Every time we get too smart and we know about the ice wall, they reset us again. And then they, you know, it's for entertainment purposes only. This guy's so mean. Look at this guy. So many nasty people out here, man. These words don't mean nothing. I mean, you know what it is? It meant a lot to me when I worked my butt off day in and day out, and I got the Ultimate Streamer Award, and I got the Cryptocurrency Best TA. Look, dude, hold on one second. I'm bringing out the belt because, like, who else has the best technical analyst, best TA, man? Like, we won best TA, and, like, people knew, like, we had it. We nailed it. We called so many calls. And then the Ultimate Stream Streak Award, which I received a year ago. From the day I received this award, I've never taken a day off. This was back in April in Dubai. When I was in Dubai last year, I got this from Weeks, man. Sam Price, the Ultimate Stream Streak Award. And shout out to Andy, who knew how much this meant to me. And to get awards for things that you believe in and that you go after, I think it's amazing. And shout out to my belt, man. I love my belt. Best technical analyst of 2025, bro. So no hate at all on these belts. We've been sideways the whole time. I've been in along the whole time. I've never failed you. I told you we're going parabolic. It looks like we may. The divergence is getting cut. That was bear div right there. It came down. It got bought up, folks. There's big institutional money right now that wants in. They feel like Sailor bought so much that they won't be able to buy anymore. People are getting FOMO for an asset that is scarce, while everyone told you it was going down to 40,000 and told you not to buy it. They like to get retail out of the way so they can get it all. You know what I mean? Like, let's clear them out. Like, let's, you know what I mean? We don't need this nonsense. Like, we're going to buy the real assets. We're going to make this happen. Look, this is now up $100. That is a beautiful win. If you're up 8% on your account and you do that every day, look, 10 times you're up 80%. It actually will be up more because you're compounding the original. And look, we're at break even. We can't lose any money here on the trade. We're doing this very, very low risk, folks. I will teach you how to make low risk gains over time. If you just listen and take the school, Crypto Lifer University, folks, go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. It's going to blow your mind. And if you want to trade anywhere where I trade, it's very simple. I've got all this awesome stuff waiting for you. Okay? One thing, I'm just like, I was in this big group and I'm like, where is everybody? There it is. All right. I found the link to it all there. Here it is. Here it is. And look, I'm sponsoring the event this time. I put my money down because you know what? I've done the space has done so much for me. I want to give back. So I've gotten so many of these awards. And so this year I sponsored it. I put my money down and they put my logo on my logo is going to be on every single one of these belts, right? And I feel so proud. So Venue Token sponsored by One Asset though and Crypto Lifer, man. To sponsor an event, it means something to me. It means something to me. And so I like these awards. And again, it's going to be at the Mike Tyson Mansion on April 30th. So It'll blow your mind, man. You'll have a blast. So, Crypto Lifer, 25, 23 winner. No, I think it was the 23 and the 24 winner. Yeah. But I won in, and I was almost the influence of the year. I was like this close, man. I beat out Altcoin Daily, which has 1 million subscribers. I got more votes than they did for the influence of the year, which is to me like a big deal, right? So anyway, who cares? I know it's whatever, but when you put as much work as me in as your whole life, it's awesome. A little bit of trouble in paradise here for Bitcoin. Do we take our profits here at 300? It doesn't really matter. I'm at break even. Either you get snatched out on this one or it keeps going. Like, don't really stress it. And then today I'll look back and we'll watch the 1 hour and I know exactly how to trade this market. So, and I showed you the bear scenario. If that daily candle pumps tonight at 8 to 9, we could have got a tweezer top and that could come back down. We could go back inside the, I gave you the bear scenario in case it doesn't play out. I just want to be clear on that. I wasn't overly bullish here. I was just a trader that trades the markets. Just a trader that trades the markets, man. 269. I feel like I should just take that. It's so like, should I take at least one of these trades down? And how I like to take my trades down is I move my stop loss just into position. The best way is to limit out. Like you go here, you go to close, you hit limit, you hit the price. You go down here and you hit close long, right? And you try to get a limit order because the limit order pay is the least amount of fees, right? So that's how you pay the least amount of fees. I like to look at the fees there. $9 fee on 72 bucks. That ain't bad. You know what I mean? But it is, but hey, you made 79, but you came home with, or 80, you came home with 72, right? That's just how you can see you really only made 4%, right? Because you paid to get in, you paid to get out. And there's the 18 off the 70, right? Yeah, and there you go. There's 20, actually. It's $9 a pop. So, yeah, it can be, It's going to sit inside this trade. There's no risk here. It's going to leave it right below the next resistance and just let this thing cook. It's 12 o'clock. I told you the stream was going to feel like 2 seconds, right? Can you believe we just did 2 hours, folks? I told you it was going to feel like a second. It was going to disappear, man. Right? And dude, look at this. May 30th at Mike Tyson's mansion, dude. Like, that's where this event's going to take place. I mean, Mike Tyson's Tiger Mansion in Las Vegas. We've got it squared away. We get the most exclusive places. Right? I got to call Rob today at Sin City Crypto, man. My buddies over there. I love those guys. I'm still in the long. I don't know what else to tell you. We just been kind of, wiggling our way on up the whole stream. And all coins are going to take a breather right now. I just showed you that Bitcoin dominance is on the key. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. If it's in a flag just like that. Yeah, it's in the same flag here. And I know people don't believe it, but look, the NASDAQ's about to rip. And you have to remember, we were being surprised. So again, the repo system and the banking. So they need, the banks need reserves. So like Deutsche Bank, or let's say Chase Bank needs 300 million in reserves, right? Or whatever. It needs reserves to be able to send money back and forth. And when it sends a wire, it needs to have a reserve wire. And then the bank on the other end, and they all need these reserves and, in the repo market, and they can park them in the Fed for an actual interest rate hike too, which is crazy. They can get paid to park their money with the Fed. So the Fed holds the balance sheet. It's so shady. But what happens is this guy wants to borrow big money from another bank. So what happens is banks borrow from each other. So one time a bank will have to take on a big move. It won't have the reserves it needs to do that. So it'll borrow the reserves from another bank overnight. This is the repo market. This is what's happening behind the scenes. And what happens is when the dollar loses value, the amount they use to substantiate the collateral isn't enough anymore. So they got to print more money. They have to keep adding more money into circulation because each bank needs more. Now I need 400 million. So do I. Wait, we only have so much in circulation. They have to print money to keep this Ponzi scheme going, folks. Because of that, Bitcoin will continue to go up in value. I've been saying this for a long time. They'll never get to 2% inflation. I said that every day Jerome Powell came out. I told you I was going to run for president on it. I don't know. I kind of changed my tune, president of the blockchain party. I don't know if I ever want to get into that after watching what I saw the last few years. I don't want people going through my wife's lingerie drawer. I don't want the DOJ going through the lingerie, you know what I mean? Sleepy Joe Biden sniffing my wife's undies, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That's what happens. That's what happens you run for president these days. Next thing you know, someone's sniffing your undies, man. I don't understand. It just is what it is. And I'm sorry to be somewhat X-rated here, but it's the facts. It's the facts, folks. So remember, I teach you the hidden secrets of money here every single day. I teach you the main basis behind why we trade Bitcoin. I give you the fundamentals of the history of money. You know, and we talk about it every single day here. Okay? And we have the cryptocurrency graveyard, man, where they continue to print money to zero. Multiple different societies they've had $1 million bills, $100,000 bills. Look, so far, so good, man. You'd be up with me. I'm already up 20% on the move. And you're like, but you got rid of the other trade. So be it. It's all right. Yeah, round bottom sipping over here. Hey. Biden only does that to kids. Don't worry. Oh, my gosh, man. I mean, he's sniffing. You've seen that video where he's sniffing the kid's hair, right? It's the weirdest thing ever. Like, if you sniff my daughter's hair like that, I would wild out on you. Like, if you went near my daughter and you touched and sniffed on her, like, I would freak out on you. Like, you know what I mean? It's whatever. I'm going to leave it alone. But, like, it's just like the guy was a strange man, dude. Look at this. He sniffs her. Like, what is that? Like, if you did that to my wife, like, and held her by the shoulders, I'd be like, what are you doing, dude? Like, get your hands off of my wife. Like, that's kind of, you could say that's grandfatherly, but to keep going, like, and the thing is, one time is fine. Like, oh, you could, but the constant, look, the hand here, he eventually going to move the hand down near her waist, like, which is real strange. Then he whispers in her ear, don't have a boyfriend. Do you have a boyfriend yet? He asks little kids real strange stuff. Do you have a boyfriend? Like, I'm telling you, you can research this stuff, man. Anyway, I got to move on, but he'd been doing it for a long, long time. This girl's uncomfortable. Look, then he slides the hand on her. If you grab my daughter like this, if you put your hand on my daughter like this, look, he's going to slide the hand down and put his hand. If you grab my daughter like that, oh, it's for the picture. Oh, no. You're not touching my kids like that, man. Nobody's touching my kids like that. Nobody. Right? So anyway, you can say what you want, do what you want. It's right there in front of you. Like, you don't have to, like, if you touch my kids like that, I would not be happy, man. I wouldn't allow it. It wouldn't go down in my house. It wouldn't go. Look, he does it all the time. Like, he grabbing it. The dude makes kids. My daughter would be uncomfortable if you grab her like that. Look, you're 12. How old are you? He's going to say, don't. Look, he's always grabbing this dude is a creeper, man. Look at this. Like, you can say, no, he loves the kids. He's just a nice guy. Look, he's grabbing a dude by the chin. Like, it's almost like he sees what he can get away with in front of you. Look at this little girl. She's pulling away. Anyway, it's over. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, it might be time to end the stream, Sam. I know, right? I know. I think so. It was the creepiest thing I ever seen in my life, though. Straight up, you know. Yeah, it's not Sleepy Joe. It's Creepy Joe, man. Yeah. Anyway, we're still inside this trade. Let's see if we can keep it going. Right? If it's not your kids, yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Like, real man-ish, a mile away, he can get the business. 100%, dude, 100%. Yeah. At some point, you have to know yourself to know yourself. All praise, glory, and thanks be to God. God bless you, Hefe. We love you, man. There's also a political dude that slaps his sandwich. I know, right? He's like, yo, my man, what you doing, bro? Yo, what you doing, my man? No. Let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame, see what's happening in the 5. I mean, I gotta say, we're just still inside this rising wedge that could break out parabolically. Like, they're just send this puppy to 80,000 and liquidate these shorts. Let's take a look at Bookmap one more time. It's got the liquidity. The closest area in the big red is 80,000. That's where we're going, folks. I mean, it's just kind of set in stone at this point, right? I urgently need your help. A lot of people do, man. Get in line, take a number, bro. It's like, sounds like the world. What does Bookmap say? I just told you. It says 80K, you know. Anyway, I'm going to jump on out of here for the day, folks. Thank you so much for jumping on in with the lifer. I appreciate it. Let's go. Best technical analyst. Let's do this, baby. We got the belts to prove it. We got the live stream streaks because we never took days off. We have trophies and accolades because we always push every single day and we don't stop. #1 channel in the game. I love you all. Thank you so much. May God bless each and every one of you. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Remember, I studied all the successful people in the world. They're amazing. They're awesome. And you know what they did, man? You know what their secret to success is? Every one of them got started, man. They did something. They started something, man. The secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. I'll see you tomorrow and in the trading group throughout the day, everyone. I love you all. Let's go, man. Celebrate today. Bitcoin, baby. We won today. We won today. I forgot the super chats. I got to get them done. I can't be that guy. Sorry. There was just so much going on, folks. I'm so sorry. Rowdy P. Hey, Sam. $20. Thank you. Can you check FRMI? Let's take a look at FRMI for my man. Nobody comes back and does the super chats, man. I do every time. I will not leave you hanging. I won't leave you hanging. Let's take a look at FRMI Inc. on the NASDAQ. Looks like a rug pull to me, but let's take a look, right? Very young chart because the monthly got nothing on it. So it's only been around 6-7 months, October of 2025. Weeklies in the dumps. 3-day got sold off. Barely any moving averages. The dailies got no information. You only got a 200 on the 4-hour time frame. You got no, this is a very early stage information here. I don't know what it is or what it does. Looks horrible to me though. Looks absolutely horrible. It does have its first higher low and somewhat of an uptrend there, and then you got this downtrend here. So you got two trends. Can you hold the uptrend and break the downtrend, right? So that's the key. So if you're going to watch it, you're going to see it probably get tight inside of here. And then it's got to break above the 200 moving average. At that point, you would look for the pullback towards the 21 for entry, a higher low above support or resistance if it were to make a move. I don't know. It looks pretty nasty to me, and it could just stay here and go to zero. You know what I mean? For me, I need confirmation above the 1-hour 200 to get any type of steam going for this thing. It looks like it's going nowhere. Yeah. Once I found the channel and started watching, I was believing in what Sam is calling. Now, 1 year after, I don't believe him, but the charts. Thank you, Sammy. God bless you. You figured out the sauce. Hey, brother, you mind checking Tesla? We gave you a beautiful call for Tesla, 345, 330, even 245 a while back. And I told you Tesla was about to rip off the dip. And it was 342. It went all the way to 407, sitting pretty now. And I just got Tesla on the daily. I see it making a parabola like the small time frame for Bitcoin now, getting tight. It's going to go up and down. And somewhere April of 2027, it's going to start to break out. I think that's when he's going to have some huge news with those robots and go up to $900. And it says we could hit 900 somewhere by September of 2028, October of 2028, which makes sense. So Tesla looks good to me. Thank you so much for the Tesla super chat. Appreciate that. And again, none of this is financial advice. I'm just going over what I see on the TA. All right, you got to deal, do what you want to do with whatever happens. A chance we could get a TA on Master. I'm a part of the lifers, have been for a while now. Ready to stop working. Let's take a look at Master. Shout out to Charles Thomas. Thank you for the super chat. $20, man. Said I've been testing the 50-day with hidden bears diverted. It's pretty spot on my back testing. Could you take a look at the 3-day? I don't like the back test on the stream like that. Sam, may you please take a look at UNC on the DEX screeder? Sam, I was getting the 250K inheritance. Can you guide me? I can't guide you, but just watch my stream and listen to my overall strategies. And if you can replicate them, success leaves clues. So I'm going to drop all the clues for you. You do what makes you happy. Slipping down there too shows that this may not. It may end up. See, if I get stopped out here, then I'll redraw this. And it may make a nice lateral flag now. It may not have to rip out the, or it may dump. And again, what's supposed to happen is the 1 hour should retrace right now. After a pump like this, you should actually have some cooling off. And look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then we'll dump down, and that'll be the 1 hour resetting. But we could get sideways and still pump. I don't know what's going to happen. I know how to trade it pretty well without losing a lot of money. That's my one skill. All right. I was up 300, now 190. I'm not really worried about it or caring about it. I've already made thousands today. So let's continue with the super chats. Let's finish it off here. Okay. Do you offer consultation if you're considering to join the trading group? I'm here every day live, man, without a day off. Like, I haven't taken a day off in 2,000 days. I'm here every single day from 10 to 4. Like, if you can't get to know me in 5-6 days and understand that my trading group will help you, if you really want a one-on-one consultation, you can email us. But my time, it's like $500 an hour. But I know a lot of people that would definitely pay it. I actually had to stop doing them at like $300 to $400 an hour because it was taking up so much of my time. Like some days I'd rather play with my kids than make $500 an hour. I know that sounds insane, but that's the type of lifestyle that I created for myself. I had high standards and I made sure that the world met those standards. I didn't lower my standards for the world. I raised my standards and made the world meet them higher. Yes, I am worth $500 an hour. Heck, I'm worth $1,000 an hour. You know what I mean? I believe that, and without a doubt in my mind. Let's take a look at UNC. Okay, and Master. I like Master. I've been bullish on Master. I talked about it breaking out from this low period, and I said this is a great place for that. Look, shoulder. It's a slanted, drunken, inverted head and shoulder. You can clear as day. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Oh, it's a cup and a handle. Bang. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I found the bottoms. I figured out how to enter these things. And I said Master was a screaming buy down there at 103. Yeah, and I put this out on X too. And people hated on it and said a bunch of nonsense, but it already went from 119 all the way up to 181. I see this thing just continuing. I see it going to 580 over time as Bitcoin continues to go up in value. Yeah. Let's take a look at UNC on DEX Screener. Let's take a look. $8 million market cap. I don't know. I don't even like doing this. I'm all it pump. It don't. I don't know, man. I'm all set. Yeah, I'm not doing this. You might be the dev just trying to get it out there. I don't want to use my platform for that. Yeah. So I'm out on that one, man. Struggling, but you know what? We might bounce off the 21 and the support of resistance here. I feel like I got to go a little lower. I can get sniped out. Right below that wick right there is the best idea. This wick right here, you see? Right there. So most of the action happened before the stream, folks, or as the stream came into play. And that's kind of what we look for. Shout out to everybody for giving me those super chats and the fan funding. I will always do super chats. I won't leave you hanging. I got you, man. I got you. And let's take a look. How many people messaged me on Instagram? Let me take a look. 5. Wow, only 5. But hey, 5 beautiful people. Pretty cool. He said keep it, which I don't know what that means. Let's go. Shout out to Marcel Klein, the hypnotist. I'm getting cool. Me and that guy are starting to have just a little online relationship. Interesting guy. He gets around, man. He really does. But yeah, go to my Instagram, message me, keep it 100. Oh, he wrote keep it 100. I was like, why is he saying keep it? I'm so crazy. And message me, keep it 100, folks. All right. And follow me on Instagram at The Real Crypto Lifer. Get that insight and hang out with the Lifer every day. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started. I'll see you guys tomorrow and in the trading group. God bless. This thing is heavy, man. Oh my God.